Morning YouTube. You joined me this morning in my living room. It's episode 13 of the Virago project. I've been doing some sneaky work behind the scenes. Did I cut the manifold? I cut the manifold, I think, in the last video. Got all the cuts I wanted, made like a sort of jig to hold it together, and then that was the end of that. Well, yesterday I got my stick welder out, which is the wrong welder, and some 1.6mm welding rods, and I carefully welded it together. Now it still needs some work to pretty it up, but there is not one hole in it. It still kept its shape. All three openings are exactly how I wanted. It's turned out pretty much damn near perfect for perfect compared to what I expected I was going to build. I thought it was going to be a big mess and I was going to have to get some more metal and I was going to have to get someone to help me, and yeah, but it turns out it's looking spot on. We'll show that in a bit. Now, it's not perfect, obviously. It still needs some cleaning up and stuff and whatever, and I'm toying with the idea whether I'm going to paint it or not or whatever, but probably I'm going to paint it because the welds will rust. Either way, it's still not finished, but it's finished enough that we can test fit and stuff and whatever. Plus, in the post yesterday, a little, is it a PWK or PKW 34 carb, I think. Yeah, tiny little carb, probably not adequate for the job in like it full, like flat out or whatever. I don't know, but I just want it to work. So if this gets it to work, I mean, I've changed up the jets a little bit. I've been changing the idle jets and the main jets according to some stuff I've been reading online. But this should get the bike running. This should have me well enough to be able to take it up and down the road, and then know whether this bike is worth spending any more time or money on. Because at this point still, we don't know whether all I've bought basically is a bunch of spare parts in the shape of a motorbike. Because, I mean, I only paid 500 quid for it. It's totally not as it was described to me. And I haven't actually spent a lot of money on it so far. That car was 20 quid. The manifolds cost me about 15 quid to make. Start motor was 25 quid. CDI unit, when I fixed that, a couple of MOSFETs, they were like 8 quid or something, I can't remember. Battery was 20 quid. You know, I probably spent 100 quid on it so far, so I'm probably about 650 maximum, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not the end of the world. And then, like I say, it's got new start clutch, new start motor, new battery, new fuel pump. Now it'll have a new carb and a single point 2-into-1 single carb fucking conversion. Really, there should be no reason why this thing don't work properly now. There really shouldn't. Well, not now, because it's not fitted. I read somewhere online and all that a Yamaha SR125 throttle cable happens to fit these carbs, and the Virago's like perfect. Apparently the length and stuff and whatever is exactly what you need, which is handy because I believe I have a Yamaha SR125 throttle cable from when I put the ape hangers on my SR125 bobber. If you want to go and have a look, there's, I don't know, I ain't done a link, but there's videos back there, my Yamaha SR125 bobber. Yeah, and I put ape hangers on that, so that ended up I had to put all new cables and stuff on that. And knowing me, I didn't throw the old ones away because I'm that sort of a bloke. Now I don't know where it is, but I know it's going to be here somewhere. So just gonna have to find it. Right now though, it's still a little bit early, still a little bit dark, and still a little bit cold. I mean, it's not that cold, but I mean, it is in the shed, so I'm not going to sit out there and freeze my balls off for no reason. So I'm going to have myself a coffee, chill out for a little while. I might play a little bit of Xbox while there's no kids and stuff, and then we'll crack on with this. Obviously, I'll see you when we're back in the shed. So, I'll see you shortly. Okay, so bear in mind, I'm using the oldest piece of shit welder, the wrong welder for the job. Just need to finish clearing it up. I'm struggling to get in these bits here to make it all nice. It's not the end of the world, but as you see, does exactly what I wanted it to do. So I think I have to trim a little bit off here and here to make it fit into the manifold gasket things. I'll worry about that when it comes to it. So I need to find some way of securing it better than, because yeah, the size is not quite right, because I never intended on using them in the first place. Yeah, then we're going to see how we're going to mount it, the carb to it, which I've just rejetted. Probably going to have to make some sort of bracket to mount to one of these, to mount to the bike, to like account for the weight, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Okay, right, so they're the standard manifold boot things, and as you can see, this is too long. These bits only come to about there, so I need to mark this, or I can cut this. This is going to be tight on space, because if I cut that wrong, the angle's going to be different, and then they're not going to seal properly. Now we're going to have a problem with the seals anyway, because this pipe is slightly smaller than that diameter there, because as I said, I've never planned on using that, but I was going to use for now either some self-amalgamating tape around the manifold to make up the gap, or I'm going to cut some rubber to go in. Yeah, and it's a bodge, I know, but yeah. Alright, so really I need to measure these and chop this, but yeah, I could easily mess this up now. Right, we'll go little, softly, we'll cut a little bit off each side. Well, I don't know how much we'd say. Yeah, because if we go too far back, then the angle's going to be funky. Right, leave it with me, I'll bring you back when I've decided. Alright, so it's nearly there. I think I need to take another couple of mil off, and then it should fit. There's no way I can force that in there, but it is, let's get me light in, there you go. It is very bloody close. And that's going to put me carburetor exactly where I want it. What I am worrying about though is how secure it's going to be with a weight on it. We may need to make some sort of bracket that we can maybe mount from there to there, like a support bracket, just to take the weight a bit. I don't know. Again, another bridge we'll cross as we come to it. Right, so we're going to get back to this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a flap disc, and I'm just going to sand them down little by little, and then check it, little by little, then check it, little by little, then check it, so as not to take off too much, because like I say, I reckon it's only like this much either side, so I'm going to do it like that and be steady Eddie. Yeah, that's probably is how I'm going to do that. Right, let me crack on, I'll bring you back in a minute. Alright, I just keep fucking about, and it's not quite going how I want to go, and it's to do with that diameter there. I think, now this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to carve out the middle of that a little bit to accept that in slightly, and that'll work, I think. Oh, can someone please explain to me what is going on here? The angle of the dangle doesn't seem to be right. Is my manifold dog shit? Other than looking like dog shit. Miscalculation somewhere? I don't know, but this isn't going as well as I anticipated. It nearly fits like that, but obviously that's not going to bloody work, because, well, where's the carb going to bolt onto? This is puzzling my brain a little bit. There's something with the angle, something I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to bore this one out next, because I bored that one out, and hopefully then there's enough wiggle room to get them right. We'll see. Right, I think these need chopping at a bit of an angle like this to take a little bit more off, like a mil or so, but I think the angle of the dangle is what's making it skew with here and there. I don't know, I'm hesitant to chop it again. I'm running out of ideas, and this side definitely looks longer. Let me cut a little bit off this side. Fuck it. Oh, I'm gonna have 5 minutes in a minute, because no matter what I'm doing, it's just not fitting. The angles all skew with, it won't go together properly, and I'm starting to get the hump with it. I fear I've probably cut off too much already. Means this ain't gonna work. I don't know. I need to chill out for a minute before I lose my rag. Right, so I've had a brew and I've had a bit of a think, and I think it's a mathematics problem. Now, if I was a cleverer man and thought about it, I'd have done more measuring, and angles is basically what the problem here is. I think I chopped the angle slightly funny in my head, thinking it needed to go that way to pull it square, but no, I think I'm wrong. I need to angle them both slightly, so then it will sit more in the middle, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm finding it kind of hard to explain, because I don't really know what the score is, Georgia Dawes. But long and short of it, I ain't got many more mistakes I can make before that is now unusable. And we're back to square one, and then I've got to build a new one or purchase one. Now, there's the dude that does 3D printed ones, and it's like £70 plus about £5 postage-ish, something like that. Takes about a week to do, and Christmas coming up on that, so it's not likely I'd get it anytime soon. Yeah, so I'm sort of struggling here. We need to make this work, even if it's like a bit shit, and it does for now. Like I say, I just want to ride it. I just want to know the bike's worth still investing in, or otherwise I'm going to strip it. I'm going to strip it for bits, and I'm going to sell it in bits, because it's more valuable to me like that. And then I'll buy another bike. Yeah, that's the long and short of it. I don't want to have to then say, wait till after Christmas, order a fucking manifold, pay £75 for that, then get it, then still have problems, or find out, say, the diff's knackered, or the gearbox is fucked, or we're probably going to have to do a clutch anyway, because fuck knows how, you know what I mean? But I don't even know these things, because I ain't even driven it, so, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm just going to sort my dogs out, and then I'm going to go back outside, and then, yeah, we'll crack on and cut some angles. Like I say, I've probably only got 1 or 2 more goes at it before, and it's not going to fit properly. Then I'm probably going to throw it around the shed a bit. Yeah. Anyway, let me sort myself out, let me sort the dogs out, and then we'll go sort that out. Right, so as you'll see, this is basically how it needs to be, but like we're like wrong here. And what I'm thinking is, that one might be right now. Not perfect maybe, but that one's better. So now if I can get this one chopped correctly, that should move that boot like so. Well, I'm going to attempt to chop that. See, now this is what I don't understand. See, I thought we had this figured out. But no, it's still not quite right. It's still not quite lining up. And if it does, I'm not sure that's going to seal. Oh, I wish I knew what I needed to do. It's pickling my brain. If we change the angle as the dangle, it fits. Well, fits better. So maybe I need to do something with the angle. Put some sort of join on. I don't know. Comment below if you've got any ideas, because I'm running out of patience, and it's quite cold in this shed. See what I'm saying now? It fits sort of like that. Yeah, I could probably bolt that up, but now we sit too tall here, which is fair enough. We can cut that down. But then what do? We need some sort of 90 for the carb to hang out. 1 second. For then the carb to hang out here somewhere. Let me get an angle for you. Sorry, trying to do this all. Yeah. And then we're probably going to need something to counter the carb, because we can't just rely on the throttle cable to hold it, because that's going to end up pulling the throttle. Really, what I need is another 90. Cut this, I'll move that carb, cut this down, and then 90 it this way. That's probably the best thing to do here. Which is kind of shit, because I was hoping to have this at least knocked up today with a carb sort of swinging off it. Yeah, trying to figure out how to sort out a throttle cable by the end of this. So alright, leave it with me, I'm not beat yet. Alright, so got one there started just to locate it, one there tighten up on the other side, none on this side. But as you can see, it just needs a little bit of wiggling into place and tightening up. Yeah, I'm not sure how great that actually is, but yeah, we may have to trim it down. I may have to add a 90. Going the other way, sorry. I may put a rubber band on there for now, just to see if we can do something. I don't know. Yeah, it's not perfect, so I'm not happy with it. Today started off so well, and it's ended on such a shitter. Right, so I'm struggling with finding anything else around here to make a 90 with, or to bodge. I just thought I could see some stuff on the shelf, I can't. Or something I can bodge, like a 90 out of rubber or something, just so we can test it. I just messaged Fabric to see if I could go down his unit, see if he's got any stuff down there in his scrap pile or junk that I can steal to do what I'm doing. But we'll have to see what the score is. Georgie does there. Yeah, it's kind of bollocks really. That's chucked a spanner in me works. I was all deflated, then I had to think about it, and I was like, right, I'm gonna get this done. And yeah, well, seems it would have worked that way probably ages ago if I'd have just done it that way in the first place. But I didn't design it to be that way, so in my defense, yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? There's no point getting the ump about it now. I mean, I did get the ump about it, but I've since calmed down. Okay, I've got to have something around here. If not, I'm gonna have to scrounge it. But either way, it's gonna have to be the end of the video. I've still got to get it edited and send it off to the old YouTube for you lot to watch. I've still got to pick the wife up from work as well and get back before the kids get home from school. So there's still quite a lot on. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. If you've got any suggestions or what have you, pop them down in the comments for me, that'd be mint. Yeah, catch you next time. Cheers.